الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا وحبيبنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. I really deeply apologize to all those who were waiting. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to allow us to be from the righteous people and to be from those who are always in the state of remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and there are with the people of the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So today, inshallah, we did cover anger, a bit of it in the past 2 days. So today, inshallah, with just a few minutes that we'll have, wanted to touch a little bit on heedlessness, ghafla. This is something that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions it many times in the Quran, and in many places Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about this state of ghafla, state of heedlessness, state of not being aware of what's going on in terms of the reality of those things, knowing the reality of the time, knowing one's existence and what surrounds a person and what is needed at this point in terms of this world and as well as the hereafter. So that state is called intibah. So the ghafla, it's heedless state, and the state that is the opposite of ghafla, it's called intibah in Arabic, mutanabbih, tanabbuh, right? This word. In the Arab world, whenever they want to tell their student or tell someone, intabih, be aware, listen attentively, intabih. So and tambih, you find note on special note, tambih, and that's why you have one of the great books, Tanbihul Ghafirin, right? The opposite of ghafla is tanabbuh. So that thing that will bring you out of the state of heedlessness, that's the book, Tanbihul Ghafilin. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions it in surah, in many places. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, a few verses that I want to contemplate on tonight. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about his great signs, and now we are kind of towards the end of the hour, close to the hour, the Yawm al-Akhirah, the Qiyamah, or As-Sa'a, the hour that is called As-Sa'a. We are very close, and there are signs that the Prophet ﷺ taught us and told us about the end of times and the closeness of the hour, of the coming of the Antichrist, the Dajjal, and the coming of the Messiah, the Masih, which is Isa alayhi salam. Two signs the Prophet ﷺ very clearly taught us that has to do with something with that everybody can experience and everybody can see for themselves and is apparent to people, and it's not ambiguous. There's no ambiguity in those two signs that the Prophet ﷺ taught us towards the end of his life, and that's from the Hadith of Jibreel. I'm not going to go into those signs, but the two signs that he mentioned, ترى الحفاة العراة, and أن تلد الأمة ربتها, that a servant, a female, will give birth to her master. And the second sign was that you will see barefooted, poor shepherds, people who raise cattle and livestock, or in this particular hadith, those who raise sheep and lamb, goats, meaning shepherds, people live in a desert. They will get rich, and they will wealth will just pour out. وَأَخْرَجَتِ الْأَرْضُ أَثْقَالَهَا, that all the weight of this wealth of this world that will just come out, and these people will race in raising buildings, skyscrapers, these are the signs that the Prophet ﷺ taught us, and we see them and we know them because the hadith of Jibril, it's a famous hadith, and that hadith talks about the three main categories of our deen, and then it talks about the signs of the end of times, where it's as the Prophet ﷺ was completing the deen, the revelation came down, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum. The Jibreel alayhi salam came and taught the Prophet ﷺ that when this deen, when it flourishes, when we had a good time, and then there has to be an end to it. For every rise, there's a fall. There's a fall for every rise. All right. لكل عروج زوال, as they say in Arabic. He said everything that the sun rises has to set. So these are signs, and there's so many signs about so many things of the greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You can practice, actually right now. It's a very good way to see the signs of God, that now we have the opportunity, that we have extra time and we walk, and we're doing extra walk. Just go down the road that you pass by maybe 200 times in your car, and you actually never looked around, you never got a chance, and it's not your fault. But when you're walking and now you're looking, you say, oh wow, it's the first time really